Yo, yo, YouTube, what's up? And welcome to my channel with another day. It's another dollar. Today is like almost March. My husband came home December 9th, so it's been January, February. We're already separated. Um, Not living together. Nothing that I could have ever imagined or thought of. It was just like really a shocker to me. But I still try to be there, to support him, to make sure that he's okay. But it's nothing I can wrap my head around the person that he has became, or maybe already was, but in my mind envisioned something different. But with every second down is another minute closer to the return of our loved ones coming home. Whether they're doing a second or a life sentence, it's remembered. We're the foundation, we're the glue to everything that they got going on. So I'm going to hop into one of my prison Facebook group chats, and it comes from my prison wife support group, and it says, anyone loved one has life. My husband did about 4 years. He went in, came home, went in again, and came home, and still was the same. I'm not saying that nobody doesn't change. I just really feel that he didn't change. And I try different things. Like, for example, this past weekend, we went to Atlanta, and it wasn't really fun. It was just frustrating, aggravating. His temper, he's one way when he's in behind walls. He's calm, he's cool, he's collected, but then he's passive aggressive, yelling. And not every situation is the same. This is just my individual particular situation from what I'm demonstrating and what I'm seeing. But he was also that way prior to going in. But it's his calmness and his peaceness and the ability to think about doing bigger things when he's in there than actually coming home and doing it. And that's just for me. So, with that being said, somebody says that she's 24 years old. So she says, anyone, loved one has life. I'm 24 and in love. I don't care about his time. I'll dig up Johnny myself to get him out and fight till my last breath to save him. But we met through a mutual friend. He won't even tell me about his time. He just say he's working on it. I already know, but he won't tell me. I know he don't want to lose me, and I don't want to leave. How do I deal with the depression, though? He gives my little messed up world meaning. Help. Again, I'm not here to encourage or to discourage. You are 24, so he says he fixes your messed up world, so maybe you had a harsh coming up, different issues that went on in your own life. But at 24 years old, the person that you're going to be in just 6 years from now when you're 30 is not going to be the same. Shh. I'm not saying that you will change or your love for him will die, because even after my husband doing 4 years, if he was ever to go back, I always say, I'm going to have no parts in that. And the second time, I felt like I didn't really have parts in it. I still separated myself emotionally just a little bit because I didn't really believe in the change, but I wasn't going to leave him in there to suffer, be alone without food if I could help him. So I was there and stood by his front, more so as a friend. Also as a wife, more so as a friend. And I think that's really important. So with you being 24 years old, with the expectation of him doing a life sentence, it would be best to know that you love him unconditionally, but also know that you're very young and a lot of opportunities will be presented to you, and not to necessarily shut them out without giving them their fair opportunity, because it would be unfair to you, especially if you don't have any kids and you want kids, etc., etc., and etc. So My advice to you is, if there's not even an open line of communication now where he wants to tell you about the charges and the things that he has done, and he's not opening up to you, and you're trying to, on top of that, help, that is not a good start. What I would do in this situation would be to write him a letter to tell him that you plan on being there. And so many people have people in the beginning on a life sentence bid, and they fade away toward the end. And they feel like they don't have anybody to really count on or to be there for them. So they're scared and they shut down. Because doing life is nothing like doing 5 years. It's nothing like doing 15 years. It could mean that he really dies in prison. And that is a very hard token and a very hard pill for them to swallow, to compute. This is the end of my life. I don't know his charges. I hope there's appeals. I hope there's motions. I hope there's something that can convert this matter to get it watered down a little bit. But right now, where it stands is at a life sentence. So what I would do, send him cards, send him a care package if you can. Do what you can and let him know that you guys are friends first. And with that said, I'm signing off. Remember, whether you're doing a second or a life sentence, remember, we are their foundation, we are their support system, and we are their glue. Have a good day.